Welcome to what does it say? Moxi Monday? Yeah, Moxi Monday, guys. Thank you for taking some time to be with us today. My name's JD. Today we're covering one specific thing, like we try to do with our Moxi Mondays. One quick 15 to 20 minute training, and what I want to cover today is adding video to your website. I'm going to go over how to add video to a templated page. Already got that up. A templated page like this one. You can see I've got a video right here, and I also even have one down here. And then I'm also going to show you how to do it to a custom page. And they're both relatively similar procedures, but there are some slight differences. And there's a couple things about adding them, especially here, that's a little confusing, that I actually had to go to support about because it was getting kind of confusing. So I want us to understand how to do that. Now, before I go into the how, I like to always go into the why. I'm not sharing my screen yet, so which is probably why you couldn't see what I was talking about. But I want to talk about the why real quick, right? Why video? Why have these on our websites? And if you've heard me train, you've heard me talk about video before. I'm not going to dive into it too much, but basically, one of the stats I love to share is 4 out of every 5 minutes spent online are spent watching video. 4 out of every 5 minutes spent online are spent watching a video. So why would we not be a part of that and try to supply your consumer with that value? You know, a lot of times when you send people to your website, it is theoretically the first time they've interacted with you. Or maybe you met them in person real quick and then you said, oh, check out my website. Or it's a lead and you're sending them to your website for the first time. It's a first impression. And if you go to my website, and I'm going to share my screen now, and this is my, just my Test Moxi page, and you go here, awesome, you've got, a couple paragraphs of me right here, a little bit of a bio and a photo, but if you have a video right here, and especially if you have what I like to call an intro video, basically a 1 to 2 minute video that is get to know me, what I'm interested in, how I got into real estate, how I'm going to serve you. If you've got an intro video here that I can click and especially hear your voice, see your mannerisms, and hear more about you in terms of what's valuable to you, what matters to you, and how your personality comes across, you're building that much better of a relationship from square one. I've had agents tell me before that they've had intro videos, and 2 days, they had the listing appointment on a Thursday, and on a Tuesday, they sent an email just saying, hey, looking forward to meeting with you. I wanted to share a quick little intro video about myself so you can get to know me before we meet. And when he walked into that listing appointment, the client told him, hey, Rick, I already feel like I know who you are because of that video that you sent me. And that was exactly the sort of impression he wanted to make, and he ended up getting the listing. Now, I'm never one to say it's because of that one thing. Rick's a great agent and a really, really great guy, but that's one of those things where you're already walking into an appointment with a step above your competitors. So intro videos are a great video you can have here. Obviously, you can see I've got the Coldwell Banker Guiding You Home commercial, which is a great example. And then, of course, video testimonials. Whether you want to make a custom page that has 3 or 4 of those, or whether you want to have one right here. Maybe you've got clients that you know really well that are great friends of yours. You can get them to sit down and record a quick 30 or 40-second testimonial that you're going to be able to upload to your website. So again, I could talk on the merit of video and the topics you could cover for the longest time, but for the purposes of today, I just wanted to say an intro video, especially if we're talking about our homepage, an introduction video into who you are is a great idea. Last thing I'll say on that, if you are taking notes, if you ever wanted to shoot an intro video, there are 3 questions that I recommend you asking yourself. And the reason I want you to ask these 3 questions is because I'd say 70% of the time, if I watch your video, I'm not going to walk away remembering all of the information in terms of, where you went to school, how long you went to school, how long you've been in real estate, but I'm going to know who you are. I'm going to feel like, oh yeah, she was really warm, or he was really funny, or, what kind of personality you have. So the 3 questions I'd recommend you asking yourself is, why did you get into real estate? Or how did you get into real estate, right? Did you have a career? Is it that kind of morphed into a love for homes that turned into a real estate career? Have you been doing it since, you were out of diapers? Why did you get into real estate? Number 2, what is your favorite part about real estate? What's your favorite part of the process? What's your favorite part of the industry? What do you love about buying and selling homes, working with clients, etc. And then number 3, what am I going to get out of working with you that I wouldn't get out of working with the agent right next to you or the agent down the street or at a different brokerage? And that's a layered question, right? You could talk about your brokerage itself. You can talk about what you are going to do differently. But there are 56 people on this call right now, guys, and every single one of you are individuals and bring different things to the table. So if I ask you that question, there might be some crossover on a sort of general standpoint, but you're all going to bring something different to the table. And you need to be able to tell people, this is why you want to work with me. Because I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. I'm going to make sure you understand everything. I'm going to make sure I get the best price for your home because of my experience here. I know how to do that. So the 3 questions again, why or how did you get into real estate? What's your favorite part of real estate? And why should I work with you over somebody else? So let's get in on how to add video to our homepage. We're going to start with the templated homepage. Then I'm going to work some magic and we're going to go over how to add it to a custom page. So what I did is I've logged into Moxi, which again, you can go to schmidtresources.com, and I'm going to go straight to the Moxi page so I don't waste some more time. But if you go to your state and you click on Moxi, you can click right here to log in, the very top thing, or just go to my.schmidtresources.com, and I have been brought to my main profile, and then I just clicked on my website up here to get this, my website. So here's the first step that you guys are going to want to have prepared ahead of time. If you want to add a video to your website, you're going to need to have the video on YouTube or Vimeo. It needs to be hosted somewhere on these sites. So I've gone just to the Coldwell Banker YouTube channel to kind of pull a video. Maybe I'll take this 30-second commercial here. But you need to have uploaded your video to YouTube or to Vimeo. Now, if you've never done that before, if you have a specific video that you want to use, if you do go to schmidtvideoclassroom.com, our YouTube learning channel, I believe if you search YouTube here, it should pop up. Yes, I have a video from the past few months, a 6-minute, 7-minute video, how to create a YouTube channel and how to upload a video. So you can refer back to that if you'd like to on specifically how to upload a video. But once you have your video uploaded, we're going to leave this screen up because this is the video we want to use, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just from this main Moxi page, right? All I've done so far is from this page, I've clicked my website and it's brought me here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go under common tasks and I'm going to go to personalize your homepage and click go there. That's the question we have already. The link for the YouTube classroom, great question. Let me put it in the chat so everyone can see it. schmidtvideoclassroom.com. And again, you can go to Schmidt Resources and find the link there. That's just a URL we have that'll take you directly to the YouTube channel. schmidtvideoclassroom.com. Okay, so from here, I've clicked on personalize my homepage, and this is the screen I have because I have a templated homepage, right? If we go here, you can see I just have the normal, I have like the search-based template. Nothing custom yet, just a normal templated page. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go down here and delete this video so I can show you how to add it. But there's 2 places where you can add video here. One is going to be right here, which is kind of your main bio area. So when I go over to my page, that's this stuff right here, right? That's this main bio area. And the other one is if you actually scroll down, there is an option here to specifically add a video to the bottom of your page. Now what we were looking at up here is text and images and video. When we scroll down, this is like for a specific video, and where this one shows up is down at the bottom here, right next to your blog. So again, this one is definitely hidden a little bit more. It's still not a bad idea to have a video there. If you have a #1 hit single, I'd recommend putting your single in. Why not advertise your musicianship? But the video up here to me is the more important part because again, you can put it right next to your face and people can get to know you. So here's what we're gonna do. Like I said, this is our welcome text right here. This is, and you can, again, that's the section welcome text. Now, this is why I wanted to go over this topic because you can see a button right here that says add media, and it has a camera and some music notes there. So all of us, when we look at this, are probably thinking that's what I need to click on to add a video. I'd click add media. Maybe I'd click insert from URL, and I could go to YouTube and I could copy it and I could paste it, and you can see it pop up, but guess what? It doesn't work. I don't know why. I've talked to Moxi about it a couple of times, and they told me the actual way to do it, and I told them, hey, well, if that's the case, that's a little misleading. So don't worry about this add media button. There's a different button that we want to use. Now, I've got my text right here, and I've got my photo right here, but I actually want my video to appear above my text and my photo, because I want that video to be the very first thing people see when they go to my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the beginning of my text right here. I'm just going to click enter a couple of times so I can move the text down. And then I'm going to go back to this top bar, right? So we got the little flashing line right there. Here's how you're going to add a video to your homepage. It's pretty easy. Instead of clicking this add media button, you're going to go here to this kind of editing bar, and you'll find the very last option, insert/edit media. This one looks like a little film strip. The film strip with the little, play button in the middle. We want to click on that, and then it's going to ask us for the source. This is the YouTube link. So what you want to put in here, it's very simple. You want to go to the YouTube video that you are using. You want to go to the top up here, right click, click copy. Then we're going to go back to Moxi, right click, put paste in there. And you've got a couple of things here. This has these dimensions you can worry about. This bottom option is really the one thing you want to keep checked. It says make responsive, basically saying, you could add specific dimensions, how big you want the video to be. We don't want to worry about that. Make responsive just means whatever screen I'm looking at this website on, whether it's my phone, an iPad, or a computer, the video is going to look correct. It's not going to be too big on the iPhone. It's not going to be too small on the desktop. Just leave that box checked. So we're going to click OK, and boom, it already pulls in. Now, it does look very big right here, right? Obviously, it's taking up the whole screen, and then we go down to our text. That's okay. It's going to appear A-OK on our website. So that's all we have to do for the homepage, right? We click the little insert edit media. We paste the link in there. And again, YouTube or Vimeo would work. You click OK, and boom, there it is. So all we're going to want to do at the very end is scroll down and make sure we click publish. And it says, okay, your page has been updated. So I'm going to go back to my page and refresh it real quick. And there it is. So now when people go to my website, they see the search bar, they see my info, and they see the video. And if this video was titled Get to Know Me, or, an introduction to JD, something like that, people are going to be likely to click on that and automatically start playing the video. Just like that. So any questions before we move on to the custom page part, guys? I want to make sure I answer any questions on that. Where did I refresh it? That's going to completely depend on what browser you are using. I'm using Chrome. So when I go to the upper left corner of my browser, there's a little arrow right here. It's kind of, the arrow in a circle. So I just clicked that and I refreshed it. Most browsers are going to have that refresh button up there. Some will have it on the right side of your browser, but more often than not, in my experience, it's on the left side. So that's really going to depend on which browser you're using. I'd recommend Chrome, but hey, you know what? To each their own. Okay, guys, so no other questions. So let's move on to the next part. Yeah, that's a great point, Elizabeth. You can also, if you are on your website right here, you can go up to the URL and you see how it's highlighted, and I can click enter again, which basically refreshes the page as well. I'm kind of like re-going to the page, if that makes sense. So that's a great point too. You can absolutely just kind of re-enter or highlight and click enter on the URL. So I'm going to do one thing real quick so I can get my custom page up as my home page, so I can show you this part. I believe it's this one that I want to use. Click publish. So all I did right there is I switched my home page from a template to a custom so I can show you what I want to show you. Okay, so now you can see that I have my custom page here. Now this obviously, Marty, the answer is yes, but I'm going to show you that in a second here. But the answer is absolutely yes. So this is a custom homepage that I built. Obviously, it looks pretty similar. It's a little bit more narrow. Again, I kind of like it because it is a lot like the templated page, and for me, the templated page is great. But you can see I've got a couple of videos here. And I actually have a title that says Get to Know Me, which would be a great place to have a video. So now I'm going to show you guys how to edit this. So if you have a custom homepage selected, and again, I don't want to spend our time working on that because we have other trainings on creating a custom page and swapping those out. So I'm just going to go back to my Moxi home, and I'm again going to click though, personalize your homepage. Oops, nope, I knew that was going to work. I was just testing Moxi, right? So I'm going to go to site pages, and then I'm going to click on all pages, and I'm going to go to the page that is my custom homepage. And that page is right here. It's just the one that says JD Waldvogel Realtor. So again, I've got a bunch of pages here because I've been creating a bunch for tests and stuff like that. Yours wouldn't look as messy. You should just have the 1 or 2 pages that you've created. You should really only have the one main custom homepage if that's what we're working on. So I'm going to click Edit, and you can see it says homepage right here, guys, in parentheses. That's telling me if people go to my website, that's the first page they're going to see. So I'm going to click Edit. Wait for it to load. We're going to launch Page Builder because Page Builder is what we want to use to work on these custom pages, okay? So we get to the custom page. You can tell that I'm in edit mode because all of these little boxes start to appear. Now I'm going to delete this video for the sake of it because that's what we're learning to do, is how to add those. So this is the custom page. I want to add a video to my custom page. I don't want it to just click on Get to Know Me and have this photo right here. I want to add a video. Here's what we're going to do. It's pretty straightforward, thankfully. We're going to go up to the plus sign in the upper right corner up here. And in these basic modules, right in the first menu, you can see video. And it's got the little play button, the little slate. We're going to take that, we're going to hold it down, and we're going to drag it where we want. Now you can always move this around later, so don't worry about getting it right the first time if you accidentally, put it somewhere else. I can put this wherever I want. I'm going to put it right up here. You can see where it says this flashing blue. It says a new row. I'm going to let go, and the video it's gonna give me the opportunity to add it. Now, this is where things get different than our previous method. You can see right here when I added the module and this popped up right away. It says video type embed. We need a different URL than we were previously grabbing from YouTube. So we can't just go to YouTube and copy and paste this anymore. We need what's called let me get rid of that one. We need what is called an embed code. Thankfully, it is very, very easy to get this embed code. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do exactly what we did. We're gonna get the video on YouTube. We're gonna go to YouTube and find the video we want to use. But instead of copying and pasting this link up here, we're gonna click underneath the video. We've got the title right here. We've got the views and the data was uploaded. And if we move our cursor to the right, we're gonna see a button that says share. Not the singer, but like the verb. We're gonna click share, and it's gonna give us all these options: embed, Facebook, Twitter, Blogger, Reddit, Tumblr. Now, we're looking for the embed code, right? Guess what? That's the first option right here. So we're gonna click embed, and it's gonna come up like this. All we have to worry about is clicking this button copy down here in the bottom right corner. Right down here, we're gonna click copy. So don't worry about any of this other stuff, really. We're just going to click the word copy right here, and it's automatically going to copy that text into your your clipboard. It's the exact same as highlighting all of this and then right-clicking and clicking copy. It's just easier to click this copy button. So we're going to do exactly what we did earlier then. We've copied it. We're going to go back, and we're just going to right-click here and paste it. And we've got this text that comes through, and if you take a look at this, guys, as I put that text into the embed area, the video popped up right here. And all we got to do now is click save. And boom, just like that, we've got a video. But maybe we want to add 2 videos here. What if we want to add 2 videos? Well, let me show you. Let me show you how we would add 2 videos. So we're going to go back to YouTube and we're going to pick a different video that we want to do. So let's just choose, just for the sake of it, again, I'm going to use Ryan Gorman's Real Estate of the Union from April because that makes total sense, right? So we're going to do the exact same thing we did earlier. However, there's one extra thing I want to show you that we have the capability to do. if we go over here and we click plus, and we click on video again, we're going to drag it over. I could put it right above like I did earlier. However, I also have the option, if I want to, if I drag it down, I can actually put the video next to the other video and have them side by side. So if I drag it right here, it's going to give me the same option, right? It's going to ask me to embed it. So I'm going to click on share. I'm going to click on embed, and I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to paste it in here, like so. Boom. Now I've got two videos right next to each other in one module. So this is great because, again, I can now highlight two different videos. And if I want to, I can make one of them bigger than the other one just by dragging the percentages. But I want them to be 50-50. I don't think it makes sense for them to not be. So let me actually get, there we go. So now I've got two videos right next to each other, just like that. So to answer your question, Marty, from a few minutes ago, you can obviously add two videos. Now, I would start to get cautious about adding more than two videos. Whether you do them side by side, whether you decide to drag them and do them on top of each other like so. I'm going to delete that spacer. So now we've actually got two videos right next to each other like this. There's no wrong way to do it, but I would be very cautious to add more than two videos because it's a psychological thing where if me as a consumer, I go to your website and I see you have two videos here, that's okay, cool. They have different purposes. Maybe one's an intro, maybe one's the Coldwell Banker commercial. But the second you've got three or four or even five videos, it starts to become overwhelming to me as a consumer. Sure, you might have them vertical like this, but it's going to start making me go, well, which one should I watch first? Do I need to watch all of them? And what actually happens is we watch none of them. We get too overwhelmed and we don't know where to start and we watch none of them. So personally, I would recommend having no more than two videos on your homepage. Maybe you've got one right here up top, and then you actually take the second video and you move it down a little bit. I put it underneath my intro down here. I've got my Ryan Gorman video. And then I've got the Guiding You Home right here. So again, I'm going to make this bigger because I want that to be big there. See, just like that. So again, my 2 cents, no more than two videos on the home page. If you've got other URLs up here, other custom pages, of course add other videos to those custom pages. But no more than two will really help you from creating too overwhelming of an experience. So that's basically it, guys. Please write in your questions. I saw one. Brad asked, do we have these written down in notes? Where you can go to find these in step-by-steps is, again, support.moxiworks.com. And when you go to MoxiWorks, if you type in video, there should be videos on how to, or adding videos to your homepage. So if you look right here, if we click on adding a featured video to your homepage, literally step by step with little guides, instructions on how to do it. Here's the embed part. They actually show you right there. Again, these Moxi support articles, guys, are just the coolest thing. I really mean that. So check these out for sure. This video, of course, will go up in Schmidt Resources and Schmidt Video Classroom.